like come in.
We gotta make a bloopers video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me and Zach, my awesome husband, who's been my partner in crime the past few weeks as we've been doing the progesterone and oil shots. But every night when we do these shots, it truly is a team effort. And I think we really figured out a process that makes it pretty painless for me. So I love it. I'm like getting ready to go to bed and I'm like, Zach, will you go make my shot? And he makes it for me. But anyway, I just wanted to walk you through the process in case you haven't gone through progesterone and oil shots because they can be very daunting. The needles are kind of big. So don't be scared. We've actually figured out a way to make it very not as painful. So I'm going to borrow your hands, babe.
Okay.
So I use this ice pack. I've heard mixed reviews about using an ice pack. Because some people say that if your skin is cold, it'll make the oil clump up, but that's not truly the case that we found. So every night we've been alternating booty cheeks. So first night was right, then left, right. Tonight is the night last night, number 6. So it's left booty cheek tonight. So I'm gonna ice my left bum. Mm-hmm. And while I'm doing that, we'll prep the shot. So you wanna show us everything we have, Zach?
Okay.
We've got the progesterone oil, and then we've got the big needle. So the big needle is to get the progesterone and oil out of this, okay? It's not to be injected in you, okay? So keep that in mind. Then you have the little needle. This is the needle that we'll use to actually do the injection. And then we have the syringe, and then we have an alcohol wipe. All right, so first thing we do is get the alcohol wipe and we clean the opening of the what is this called? I don't know.
Vial?
The vial, yeah, the vial, okay? And then, mind you, the whole time I'm icing my bum, okay? So my bum is gonna be nice and frozen. So then Zach's gonna put the big needle onto the syringe. You just twist it on and then you can pull it off and see how big that is. That's kind of scary, right? It's like over an inch. But that's the needle that he's going to use to take the progesterone and oil out of the vial. And so you just want to make sure there's no bubbles in there. Meanwhile, my butt is completely frozen, so I will not feel this at all. And we are at 1.5 cc's, so like 1.5. So we get enough in there. And then for the past 6 days, I've been doing the same dosage. I'm still taking estrogen. So while Zach is getting the right dosage in the syringe, this is boiling water in a little cup of tea. And I just pour the boiling water in the cup. And this is free bonus advice, by the way, but I will use this boiling water for 2 purposes. One purpose is to warm up the oil. This was a trick that my nurse gave me because you want the oil to be warm when it goes inside of you so that it won't clump up. And then also, because I'm working on my Zen, as soon as the medicine is warm, I'm then going to put a tea bag in here of chamomile tea and have myself some tea before I go to bed. So, all right, so are we ready? Mm-hmm. Okay. So he's going to switch out the caps. So no big needle. And make sure you put the lid on there if you have a dog in your house like we do. Because that's my biggest fear is that Pearl would get that needle and like... Mm-hmm. And then he put the little needle on there and it's good to go. See? Okay. So now we're going to put this in the cup of boiling water and let it warm up for a little bit. And while that's warming up, we also have a heating pad. So the heating pad has been great. Zach's mom gave it to us. And so because I've been icing my butt cheek, we're doing like multiple heat, if that makes sense. So we're heating up the oil and using a heating pad to kind of counteract that. If you don't do multiple heat and you ice your butt cheek, you will run the risk of that oil kind of clumping up, and that's not what you want. So just to recap what we've done so far, we got the syringe with the big needle, we took the oil out, we switched the needles to the small needle, we put the ready to go syringe in a cup of boiling water so that the shot would be warm when it goes in, and I've been icing my bum the whole time. Okay, and then this is the heating pad that we'll use. We're going to go ahead and plug that in, and as soon as that gives me the shot, I will warm up my buns some more. All right, you think you're ready?
I think so.
I think we're ready. So I have found that standing up is so much less painful than like laying down. So we usually just stand up when we do this. So I just kind of, you know, bend over. You can take the ice pack off.
Okay.
I hate needles, so I don't really want to watch the process. And it's really important to do it in the, actually I didn't ice the right part of my butt, but it's actually like kind of like your hip right here. It's not necessarily like the badonka part of your butt. It's like the upper kind of part of your hip. So that's important too, all right?
Do you want me to keep some ice on?
I might.
Alright.
So he's just gonna, and I find that if you don't lean into that leg, then you won't feel as much because like your muscle isn't as like tight. And then notice as soon as he gave my shot, he's rubbing. The doctor said that's really important because again, we don't want oil to clump up. So you like rub it in, rub it in, rub it in, rub it in. And then after he's rubbed it in for a while, thanks, babe. That feels so good. And then I'll just put the heating pad on there for like 5 minutes. And while I have the heating pad on there, we'll get a chamomile tea bag for my boiling water. And I'll have a nice cup of chamomile tea to take me to bed. So if you are doing progesterone and oil shots, don't be scared. I was kind of scared of them because I've heard horror stories. And the needle is big, but it's actually not that bad. And if you go through the extra steps just to alleviate the pain, you won't feel anything. But I've heard over time, you kind of get used to it and it's not that painful, especially like when you're doing your actual embryo transfer because you have to do this shot for 10 weeks. 10 weeks. God is going to bless us. Mm-hmm. He has to. Mm-hmm. He has to. Yes. So anyway, hope this is helpful. Love you guys.